Hello, my name's Nikos, and I've been selling on Amazon for the last 5 years. It is now my full-time job. And how did I start? Well, I started with simply doing arbitrage. I was going into shops and simply picking items on sale and just selling on Amazon for an inflated price. Now you're thinking, why would a customer pay for an inflated price when they could just walk in a shop? It's all about having that tick symbol, Amazon Prime, next day delivery. So it's like this here, say here, for example, we've got this item that I was able to buy from a wholesaler for 5 quid. I've got 12 of them brilliantly. It sold for 29.99. So each item, as you can see for BuyBook Pro, gave me a profit of 12.92. So all in all, that gave me a profit of 155 quid. And it's super easy for me to do. Literally buy, label, off it goes. But it wasn't consistent. This was a one-off, and you can see, even though it was from a wholesaler, I could only get the 12 units, even though I requested the 100 units. So what ended up happening is I had to change the game. Okay, and the game of Amazon is got many ways they can get played with. They can play it with arbitrage, online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, wholesaling, Amazon private label, unique bundles, all different ways to play the game. Now, the thing is that it takes you longer for you to do the arbitrage game than you do the private label game or do the unique bundles game, let's say, for example. And I thought, well, I've got a family that I need to be there and present for. So therefore, it's not point me spending 2 or 3 hours each day going to around Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's. And I switched that into doing the private label. So what I do is I buy a product from China, I put my logo on it, I sell it under my own brand, and for me is I target a margin of 30% because after advertising, I'm around the 22 to 25% margin for my money. Now you're thinking, Nick, why are you talking ROI? You're not talking about margin. Well, when it comes to you spending money from China, is you're trying to figure out is every quid that you put in, what can you get back from it? Yeah, that's what you want to be doing. Your money is going to be tied down for quite a significant amount of time. Sometimes 2 months before you even get your first sale. So you've paid it. You might be a lead time of a week. It might be 50 days for delivery. So it's a month gone already. So therefore, you want to get the maximum number you can from it. So when I'm sourcing, the minimum requirement is at least 30% margin. And this is what we're going to do here today. I've got Helium 10. As you can see, that's the software that I use for all my Amazon private label. Link below in the description so you can get 20% off with them. And this is how I use data in order to generate product ideas for myself. Now, obviously, we are going to be we're going to look at DIY. In fact, let's go for garden. Have we got garden as a question here? You got sports and outdoors. So we've got sports and outdoors. It's getting warmer out there. And garden. There we go. So two major categories. I've not gone deeper dive, I've just gone to these two categories. We're looking for at least a maximum salary is two FBA and FBM. Remember, so I'm putting two because I might have a person that's fulfilling from home as for FBM, fulfilled by merchant, or for also fulfilling by Amazon. It counts as two sellers, believe it or not. Using it. So next thing we're looking for is review count. Well, maximum review count, let's put 150. And minimum review rating, maximum of 4. Again, we're looking for opportunities. These data are for opportunities. We're going for, let's put £5. I'm not changing the other size here. I used to change it, but something's changed in a policy over here. And believe it or not, the small other size can be quite profitable. Variation count, I want a maximum of 1 because it is a first product, let's say. We've got a price. Well, I'm VAT registered person, so I need at least to be from 15 quid. And let's put up to 45. How many sales we want? Well, we want to be making money. We're not storing. So let's say 100, 80 to 200. Now, why on a 200, Nick? Why are you not putting 500? Well, the way you want it is if you put 500 units a month, you basically need to be ordering 1,000 units each time. So that's why I'm putting 200 units to break it down. I'm just making it easier for myself. Um, let's see, as we've got revenue, we've got that. And let's go. See what we can find. So we've got 150 items, so we might have to narrow down here a bit. So I'm going to edit filters and I'm going to go to, let's go 20 to 45. Apologies. 20 to 45. So we're down to half, literally, we just halved it by that £5 difference between them. And we're just going to see different ideas here for ourselves. We got garden tool. Interesting. In fact, let's add another filter here. So another filter, maximum images. Let's put 4. Let's narrow it even more. So we're looking for somebody that's getting sales. Yeah, so look at that. We're just going down to 12. We're looking for somebody that's getting sales, but they're being very lazy. So I'm going to get rid of that, open this one. Just going to open these 12. We're going to open all 12 and see what and why. So we should have now all 12 open. So start with the first one. Fresh flowers. If you've got a flower shop, good. I haven't got a flower shop. Too complicated. Cooper Stratford's long-held rotary cultivator. So the problem we've got here is quite long, yeah, but it's selling 90 units per month. Amazon says 50. It's a weird one, okay? So you can sell up to 120, and sometimes Amazon will say 50, and then you got a bigger gap between 100 and 200, and so on. So helium temp is the far more accurate data for us. Cooper Stratford, I mean, this is an item that you could easily have real life images to do it. Again, we've not got A plus content. We've got a bit of A plus content here, what they are, but nothing about what the item is. So let's have a look at the reviews. Why so negative? Product not manufactured properly. Would have loved the replacement, but no option just to refund if you return at your expense and print your own label. So this is where you would deal with a customer. Yeah, this is where you have to deal with a customer. I would have taken the hit really in order for a product to have a better review. It's unfortunate you're going to get customers that are trying it on, but that's what you got to do for this product. So yeah, I will look into it. I guess the 145 might be an issue. You could send everything in as a pallet, and that would be less of an issue for yourself because a pallet could be up to 180 centimeters height. Next thing we go, choice annual plugs, plants, summer bedding. Again, a bit too complicated for my liking. Grass and lawn seed spreader. Now this is something that you could easily get from China. We've got 84 horrible images. Look at that. Horrible images. What does it do? What's the difference between all the rest of them? I mean, what is the mechanism that makes it work here? Why not make a nice little video on this showing how it works? Why you not optimize your bullet points? This is an opportunity and a half. So let's click on that. Again, a bit oversized because of this, but it should be actually. It comes in clicks. Interesting. So we're at 21. So that's something that we can look at. 5 liters petrol. Nope, not for me. Pebbles, 20 kg. Not for me. Not a flower. British lake balls, premium lake golf balls. Interesting. So if that's a big brand or not, I don't know. But yeah, lake balls, do they dissolve? Is that what it is? Great quality for golf experience. Recycle golf balls. Interesting. So it must be a process. Zinc, 10 kg, too heavy for me. Golf balls again. So I must have clicked on that twice. Oh, right. 2 people doing the same thing. Interesting. Live near a garden, near a golf club. Maybe that's something you could do. Let's move myself down here too. Sorry. Tall rectangular rattan floor standing planter. We'll be on 50, 18, 58. So you'd have to check these dimensions to see if it's worth it you doing it or not. But I like it. Easy to get better images than what they've got here. Miles better images you could have. You can have a plant, even if you wanted to, as a real life image to see what it looks like. Yeah. Next thing we've got is mole traps, friends type with triggers. Right, I feel that this is something we can also do. What is it? You know what I mean? Like optimize your listing. You're selling 96 per month. Just put a bit of effort in it. Right, let's have a look on Alibaba. So we're at, let's put probably 10 quid landed. 10 quid landed. Is it worth our time or not for 10 quid landed? 10 quid landed. Zero. And they're doing it as FBM. That's what it is here. So let's go for 55, 56, 21. Let's put 1 kg. So standard overweight light, quite a big item. So it wouldn't be worth it here for us because of the fees. This is something that you'd have to do as FBM. It looks like it. Yeah, I've just gone very. I would have to inquire about the packaging. I would have to inquire the packaging because the moment it goes small size, you can see the difference. I would have to inquire for that packaging for that one. Um, what was the other one? Was this one here? So product images. It actually picks it up as a stereo speaker. Cast iron, this one. Let's copy the title. We'll just have to find the Rattan. It's the Rattan effect. This is what we're looking for, really. So you could even potentially speak to the suppliers. Could you provide this for me and that quality in order to work out? That's you do the deep diver with them. And then what are these is mole traps. Let's have a look. Wow. So here they've got, what's it come with? Comes with clear instruction for use. These are simple, strong, made in the UK. Very quick. The setting key is essential for aiming or disarming the traps. Make sure your key triggers to the trap. You will lose them. So you've got 4 traps and the key. £21. Let's say each key is a quid. £1.70 for this. Wow. This is something you go and deep dive and see is an opportunity for yourselves. Yeah, that's what it is. This, you can see the margins already working out here. So let's say this is a fiver, yeah, which is not going to be a fiver, but let's say it is a fiver. Light envelope, it comes at the moment in time, 5, 0, and let's put it as 430, 10, 5, and it's 0.3, let's say. Wow. This is something that's very much something that you would look into, yeah. Pest control we've got there, so I would have to look at mole traps. I would have to look at the demand for this keyword. But it looks very interesting. So we're at 110, sorry, filter 81. This is something that is worth the time, I think, to look at. And that's what it is when it comes to a private label product. You need to know off by heart. I'm not just going to automatically just place an order just because I saw that. I need to have a look and see what makes this product work. What could I do? I need to be thinking, could I make better images for this product? What could I do different? Well, he's only got 1 key. Could I have 2 keys and 4? Could I have a few more images? They've only got 1 image. Yeah, 1 image. Yeah. He says worked in the UK. Well, you could put designed in the UK if you wanted to. But yeah, I think that's very interesting. And we've not really spent long. We're 15 minutes in, and potentially we've already found a product that we need to find out if the numbers behind it work. We need to speak to the supplier. We need to work out about packaging. We need to see, could we make better images? And of course, do the study behind it. You need to know what you're selling. So yeah, if you're interested in doing Amazon private label, I offer a mentorship. I offer a course. You can find that on my website. And if you'd like to just have a one-to-one conversation with myself to figure out if indeed I am the person to help you with your mentorship, just book a free discovery call for myself. And if you would like to access a direct message with me, if you sign up for the newsletter, that is the first invitation you get, is that invitation directly to my private Discord. So thanks so much for watching this video. And according to YouTube, this should be the next video you should be watching.